Up and away in my beautiful balloon.
In my beautiful balloon. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Duke Nukem 0 Hour. I'm still Negaroth, and this time we have Fataku returning for his triumphant victory lap around 0 Hour.
For a limited time only, while supplies last.
He has limited quantities, so ladies, get a scoop of whatever...
Fataku.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that I'm made out of.
The gelatinous ooze. But this is the first of 2 secret levels in Duke Nukem 0 Hour. This one is called Wetworld. Obviously, you know, vaginas are wet whenever they're stimulated, and I assume that's whatever the hell this mission is supposed to be about. It's in comparison to the rest of the time traveling that's supposed to be going on in this game. This particular level doesn't make any sense.
Shut that guy in the groin.
Yeah, this level is kind of, it goes a bit overboard with snipers, to say the least. And as we've seen from previous levels, snipers are incredibly dangerous. They will take off about 40 to 50 health per shot, which when you have 100, simple math, 33%.
That means they can only shoot you like 10 times before you're dead.
Yeah. And we save our first babe that offers us to come or eat vaginas or what, I don't know. They end up having a total of about 3 lines, and obviously they're all innuendo laden. They can't just be, you know, thanks. Thanks for saving us. I was pretty considerate. Oh, you want something in return? Well, that's just great. It's just male chauvinism, which is highly unexpected. I never expected that in this game.
Yeah. Hey, thank God for this inventive cover system they've created, the wooden block cover system.
This could be a crate, or it could just be a package of textures waiting to be applied to the rest of the stage. I can only imagine that, you know, that they could make some horrible metagame where you are the developer inside of a game. Like if you remember Reboot, right?
I do remember Reboot.
I could imagine they could do like a spin-off of Reboot where you're a programmer. I remember they brought the idea of programmers before in something other than Tron, where they were like these godlike entities. And I could just imagine a game where you're the programmer and you have to go around sorting boxes of textures and all types of stupid bullshit. And it would be better than this game. By leaps and bounds.
You have to play test this options menu in Italian.
Yeah, anything
50 times.
Anything to really ruin the glamourness of being a game tester. You never hear positive things from actual game testers. It's just people, you know, watching Grandma's Boy jerking off to that guy making robot noises. I don't know what people do when they watch movies. I mean, just because I jerk off to every movie I watch, I don't think that means everybody
And
does.
you're really dedicated, too. And sometimes I see you struggle with it, you know, like Slumdog Millionaire. You were through the whole thing, just really going to town on yourself. I was kind of impressed, actually.
Yeah, it was kind of hard for me because I'm inherently racist and against Indian people. I felt what they did to John Wayne's image was just really uncalled for. He didn't write a majority of his roles. He just was naturally built for them. He was built for the slaughter of Indians.
Well, yeah, I think you've got your Indians mixed up now.
No. Well, except for his World War II roles, where it had a lot less Indians.
He was shooting Indian Nazis.
Well, yeah, whenever he stormed the beaches of Iwo Jima and these guys in teepees came rushing at him, it was a bit weird. Even though that does remind me of, I don't think you've seen it, but there was a movie called Cannibal the Musical.
Whoa, what was that?
That was a fuck-off missile. Instead of the normal flying explosive drone bombs, they have these kind of mini-subs that shoot these really wonderful lock-on missiles, and you might be able to hear their constant, incessant beeping to tell you that they're nearby and that they're probably going to kill you soon. Because
a murder warning.
Yeah, because even I think there's been a couple times where I've been hit by 2 of their missiles at full health and just died. So possibly the smallest enemy in the game is now the most dangerous, and I can only assume in any future swimming levels that they will be quite plentiful. Honestly, the safest thing for you to do is to bum rush into them to try to set them off. Because they do still have kind of a proximity explosion to them. But
And they only do, it looks like they only do a few damage if you actually blow them up with your body.
As opposed to their missiles, which are pretty deadly.
You see, you would assume that if they ran into you, they would explode with all the ordnance that they were carrying aboard and do even more damage.
Well, that requires, cognitive thought and, not being a complete fucking stooge.
This game is a masterpiece. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Yeah, I mean, nobody appreciates art when it's first made. It's only after somebody dies that, somebody really appreciates it.
So we must murder the developers of Duke Nukem 0 Hour.
That's a given, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I want to say it's GT Interactive, but I don't even think they exist anymore.
God,
It's
I
like-
remember that. I do remember their logo, having seen it on a bunch of games from like the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, I'm sure their name was on plenty of like PS1 budget titles that you could get everywhere,
Right.
like Codemaster. Because Codemaster just sounds so fucking generic. We are the master of codes.
See, I would have been more impressed by Code Novice. Like, to have the stones to actually admit, we don't know what we're doing. Here's our video game.
I'd rather be like a Code Wizard.
Code Wizard?
Yeah.
Or
And
like
make-
Code Adept.
Yeah, Code Paladin.
Mm.
You start as like a Code Dragoon.
Ooh.
But
Or Code Shadow Knight. That could be like, your side grade.
it'd be Code Sephiroth.
But with 2 X's, like before your name and after your name, by way of bracketing your
You'd
name.
be straight edge Code Sephiroth 69 420.
SSJ, yeah. I gotta love these teleporting and snipers. Is really awesome.
It's honestly the only way you're going to survive, because if they just already had every sniper
And now, what
in
is
them-
this?
Well, this is the life recharger.
Oh.
It's actually been present in some of the other levels, but since you haven't been here, I guess I should...
I don't watch any of your videos.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
does. I guess I should explain how the magical unicorn fountain somehow gives Duke health.
can't survive without purple sparkles.
Whoosh.
You're getting killed, bro.
I don't care at this point, because I know there's something waiting up ahead, and I'm gonna waste it, honestly, because there's a portable med kit, an atomic health, and a new weapon in here that I'm not gonna use.
The bowel movement force.
I'm sure-
Thunderstrike.
I figured it meant like bad motherfucker, but that would make too much sense. And
Yeah, that does make a little bit more sense.
missiles.
That's some fucking beeping, bro.
Yeah,
Gotta get out of the water.
The good thing is, with some measure of tactical knowledge, I suppose. This kind of draws a page from the. Yeah, I'm very tactful.
With a measure of class. Go ahead.
With a dapper, monocle,
With the jaunty chapeau of foresight.
donning my top hat of frivolity. Yeah.
Get on
basically
with your story.
This basically runs. Is this weed?
I don't. I think. Well, there's a scale and like some kind of plant.
Yeah, maybe this was some kind of evil drug ring being run by the aliens for some reason.
Evil
But-
alien drug and prostitution ring.
Yeah, just ask Nancy Reagan. Every game was a podium for her anti-drug message.
Because winners.
Winners never say no.
Winners cave to peer pressure.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I tell ladies.
See you in hell.
Winners
Whenever,
cave to peer pressure.
whenever I'm trying to get my Mac on, I'm like, winners don't say no.
And then they touch your pee-pee.
Yeah. And I'm like, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
I think that's how you got me to touch your pee-pee.
That was a urologist.
Oh.
At least that's what I told you. There's no such thing as group urologist.
I thought it was a discounted rate. I didn't know. Yeah, you know.
You don't really get discounted rates by having more doctors there.
I wondered why they had the peanut butter. That didn't make any sense. Peanut butter.
It's a social lubricant. In that you lubricate socially.
And that's some massive beeping.
Yep, and that's a very tiny hole. Sexual innuendo.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that that last room there could possibly be like a massive dick move if you're actually ever playing this game. So, honestly, it'll probably never be a dick move to any of you because you'll have more sense than to ever play this.
This is the first time and the last time you will ever see this level.
Yeah, I was actually pretty surprised. I could not find a good game fact for this game at all, so... Kudos to the public for never playing this game.
You should write a fact for this game, and like, chapter 1 should just be don't play it.
No, we'll see you next time.